My name is Seth Kweku Bani, and today I'm going to show you how to design this.
Alright guys, so step with me into Photoshop. Let's do this. Let's click on create new, and then we are going to use 2000 pixels here, 2000 pixels here, 72 RGB. Let's set here to color white. Okay, and then let's just call it Kick Promo Valentine's Day. Alright, so let's just click on create, and then let's go to view as usual. Let's click on new guide layout, and then click here, set here to 2, set here to 2, and then click on OK. Let's start with a solid color. We want to start with our background, so let's go here and let's pick this particular color code. We are picking on F1 F6CC. Alright, now it's a creamish color, and it's because of the color of the cake. That's why I'm choosing this particular color. I like my colors to be in the picture or in something, one of the elements I'm using. That way it makes the flyer just stand out a little bit more. Okay, so I'll pick my rectangular tool, and then I'll draw something like this. Alright, now I'll click here and choose this particular color, 3D 3333. I don't want it to be too black. I think this is great. Now I will duplicate it by clicking on Ctrl J and then moving it down a little bit, 1 2 3. Alright, now I'll click here and pick a different color code, D03034, and I'll click on OK. Alright, so I think this is good. Let's close this one too. Then I'll click on my rectangular tool again, and then just draw. Let me click on a new layer. Just draw something small over here. Now this is where I'm going to keep my details concerning the directions and stuff like that. Let's use color white for it as well. And I think we are done with the background. Just simple, right? Very simple. The background is quite simple. Alright, let's call it BG. So we're done with the background. The next thing we're going to do, let's bring our cake in here. Let's drag our cake in there. Let's find out where we are going to put it. Let's just say it's going to be rest here for the meantime. Click on a new layer and drag it down. Click on your brush to go here and then look for soft round brush. The hardness to 0, opacity and flow to 100. Click here, make sure it's color black, and then make sure your caps lock is also on. Sorry, your caps lock is off. Increase the size of the brush a little bit and click on the middle here. Alright, now Ctrl T to transform it. Just drag it down and just drag it down like that, and drag it here. Something like this is good. Let's go here and then let's set their color here to somewhere. Let's see which one works well. Let's set it somewhere to 60 or 61, thereabout is quite good. I still feel like we should increase it a little bit more. Alright, so now it feels like the cake is suspending in the air. I like this effect. Let's put it in a folder or a group, and then let's call it cake. Awesome. Now let's try and then see where we can put our champagne to. Let's see. Oh boy, the champagne is not the champagne is a JPEG file. I thought it was a PNG file. Alright, let's click here, and then right click it, and then select inverse. Let's take the background off. Right, okay, let's click on select and mask, and then make sure the opacity is all the way to 100. Also, let's click on edge detection, make sure the radius is at 2 also. Great. And then drag the smooth up a little bit more. Come down. Let's drag the contrast also up a little bit more, and then let's drag the shift down drastically, and then click on remember settings. Also click over here, click on decontaminate colors, drag it down, and then select new layer with layer mask, then click on OK. Alright, so right click it and then click on convert to smart object. Now let's increase it and see whether they are I think we can stick to this one, right? Let's leave the one underneath it, and then let's see. So we are going to transfer. Let's click on the champagne. You're going to transform it like this a little bit, and then drag it somewhere here. Okay. Let's drag it underneath the cake. Click on your move tool, then drag it like that. So something like this is quite great. Something like this is quite great. Let's bring our lines. Let's see. All right, let's give this one also a shadow. Click on your brush to caps lock off, decrease the size a little bit, color black. Make sure it's color black you selected, and then click here, and then just Ctrl T, and then do it like that, and then drag it here. Okay. Now with this particular one, I want to also rotate the shadow a little bit, just to give it a little more whoosh, you know what I mean, just to make it look more stylistic. I'll leave the opacity at 78. Also put both of them in a folder and call it champ. The champagne is not really blending with it, so let's click on it. Click on the champagne, go here, let's go and pick color balance, clip it to it, and then the midtones. We're using the midtones, right? Let's drag this one. Let's see. Leave it at 36. All right. Now the magenta. Let's see. Leave it at -21. And then the yellow. Let's see. You can leave the yellow between -30 to -20. It works well. Alright, so let's go to the shadows. I think the shadow also needs a little bit adjusting. Leave the shadow at -28 here for the cyan, and then this one, let's see. Also this one at -18. Let's move this one. Let's see. I'll move this one a little bit. Alright, so the green, the magenta to the green, set it at 3. I think this is quite great. Right now it blends in there nicely. Okay. And next thing we are going to do is let's start with our text. Let's type somewhere here. Okay, and then let's pick offer available for February only. Paste it there. And then I don't really like this one, but let's click on this one, the character. And then let's click on it and let's go and look for Valentine soul. Valentine soul. Great. Now make sure it's also regular. Let's set it to regular over here. And then the font size. Oh boy. Set it to regular. The font size, let's set it to 104. Great. Now we can see it clearly. And then the tracking, let's set it to 0. And then the color, let's see, 2E, 2D, 2D. It's not too dark. And then let's transform it and put it in the middle. Okay, let's put it in the middle of it. Now this will also help us to adjust our champagne a little bit more and drag it somewhere here. Awesome. Now let's click on our text tool and click somewhere here and pick special promo and paste it there. Special promo has to be up. That means that offer should come down. Alright, so special promo, let's use Valentine, but we are going to use a different form of Valentine. Let's see, Valentine Wonder. This font is what we are going to use. Now we're also going to set it to regular. and then we are going to set the font size to 110 to width, and then the tracking still leaving it at 0. Okay, let's make sure this is off. In fact, with this one too, let's check. All right, no italics, that's great. Click over here again, and then the color, let's change the color to A40301, and then click on OK. Now we're going to be using this particular red color, or brick red color, often. We're going to really use it often, so let's see. Now I still feel like the champagne is really not making the O stand out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click it. Okay, and then I'll click on outer glow. Great, I'll click over here and I come and choose this color. All right, and then let me drag it down a little bit. Opacity, let's move it up to maybe around 50 something, and then the size and the spread, let's move the spread also. Let's move the side and the spread also. Let's move the opacity more. Let's see, click over here, let's choose normal. All right, so let's see how it is. So I think this is quite great. It stands out a little bit more. That's what we want. And then let's move the offer down a bit more. And then let's click somewhere here. Let's type A. Now I want us to use stay high swash. Stay high swash. All right, let's just enlarge it, and then let's drag it there. Let's rotate it a little bit more, make it more stylish. Let's click over here and choose, no, cancel this one. We just want a color and choose this red color. Great, drag it up. Okay, let's see. The champagne still needs to be rotated a little bit more. Drag it here. Maybe perhaps let's bring the kick down a bit more, and then pull the offer down a bit more. Okay, this is also great. Let's put these 3 in a folder and let's call it special promo. Okay, great. Now I feel like we need to add more elements to it, so let's add the love to it, and then let's reduce it drastically. If possible, let's rotate it like this, and then drag it somewhere here. You want it to look like this, and drag it like that. I think this is great. Let's duplicate it like that, and let's bring it here. Control T to transform it, and then flip horizontal. Let's make it quite smaller this time, and then let's move it somewhere here. Awesome. Now click on this one again and duplicate it, and then click on your move tool and then just move it here, and then let's see how it's going to be like. Let's make it quite bigger and hide it over here. Great. Now I want us to pull it up. Let's go all the way to filter, and then let's go to blur, and let's go to motion blur. Now the angle, let's set the angle to 0, and then over here let's set it to 46. 6. Awesome. Click on OK. Let's duplicate it and bring it down here. Now Let's transform it. Let's make it quite smaller. Transform it like this. Enter, and then just leave it there like that. Duplicate it and bring somewhere here. Transform it. Make it quite straight. Now at least let's do it like this a little bit. And let's push it somewhere here. Now you want to make sure it covers the what's it called? The champagne a little bit. That way it gives it a 3D effect. You know, looks like the whole thing is surrounding the whole stuff. I like this, I like this, I like this, but I think we need to play with the motion blur a little bit. Let's set the angle to -34. Great. And then over here, let's set it to 75. Great. Let's click on okay. Let's see. See, gives it more power. So I think we'll go with this one. And then let's put it all in a folder. Let's call it Love Icons. Great. And then I think we are done with the first phase of it. Let's pick our rectangular tool. Let's draw everything like this. Great. Let's change the color to color white. Now let's zoom in for accuracy. Let's drag it to the middle of it, to the middle of the line. All right. You also want to make sure it connects with this white line as well. That's what we want. And then let's start with our details. Click on your text tool and type here. Then let's pick where are you? Buy air, and paste. Oh boy, let's paste it there. Buy air. All right. So now let's go to our character. We want to use impact for this. Sweet. And then we want it to be regular. We want the font size to be 168. Nice. We want the tracking to be 0 as usual. Click here. Let's make it color white. Okay. And then make sure the italics is off. Sweet. And you also want to push a line over here, a very small line like that, not too big. And then push another one over here, almost the same size as that one too, and leave it. All right. Now click over here. Make sure it is right aligned, and drag it to hit it. Make sure I hit it. Okay. Now let's duplicate it, and let's bring it down again. And then let's come and pick 6 inches cake, and then let's make sure it's highlighted, and then paste it. Sweet. Now go let's set it to Montserrat. Go to character, Montserrat. Awesome. Go here. Let's use semi bold. Awesome. Let's change it to 82. Awesome. Tracking to 0, and then the color to color white, and then let's push it up. And this level is quite good. Duplicate it and bring it down again, and then let's pick this, and then let's paste it. Sweet. Now we are using Montserrat for this too, but then we are not going to use a bolder version. Let's use just italic. Italic will do. And then we are still let's set it to 60. Awesome. And then let's see, let's go to the leading. Let's set the leading to 60 as well. Nice. The tracking to 0. Let's change it to a more creamish color. Let's use 0F1. Let's use F1 D659, the yellowish color, and let's draw it closer to it. Awesome. I think we are done with this. Let's see. Let's give it a rectangular an ellipse to something like this. Let's set the color to color white. Let's zoom out so that we can get a perspective right. Let's zoom out. All right, so let me put it here. Nice. Duplicate it. The one on top here, double click it, and then let's go to drop shadow. And then the drop shadow, I want you to use multiply here. Set the color to color black, and then let's set the opacity to 72, the angle to 90, the distance to 12, the spread to 19. Sweet. And then over here the size to 43, and then let's click on OK. That's all that we need. All right, so let's click over here on the one beneath it, and then let's try and then resize it a little bit more. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit. Let's see. Okay, so I think this is great. Let's close it. Then let's type here. Let's type 150. Drag it on top, and then let's move it here. Now open your character. We are going to use impact. All right, but then let's start with the details. You're going to use regular. Let's set the font size to 121. Enter, and then we're going to set the tracking to 0. We are using black, of course. Now let's put it in there. Let's see if it's going to fit. Alright, so it's not going to really fit. Let's click on this and let's select these two, and then let's increase it quite more, a little bit more. Okay, so I think this is good. Let's zoom in, click on your 150, and just place it in the middle of it. Now let's type somewhere here and pick the currency and paste it there. Now open your character. We are going to use Montserrat, and then we are going to use bold, and then we're going to set the font size to 64. Great. And then the color, let's use a different color. Let's use 6F0201. Alright, and then click on your move tool and then move it somewhere here. Alright, so let's try use our eyes to gauge it and put it in the middle of it. Now let's select both of them and let's drag them down. I want to make sure it falls in the middle of the entire circle. Alright, so this is great, and I think let's put everything in a folder, including this one as well. And let's call it 6 inches. Duplicate it and then push it here. Let's call it 8 inches. Open it, and then 1, 2, 3. Go to paragraph and set it over here, and then drag it onto a hitch this side. Awesome. Nice. Now 1, 2, 3, 4. You also want to drag it here, and there's equal spacing over there. You are using this side to measure this side as well, so you can just try a little bit. Great. Now the amount over here is going to be 200. Awesome. I think it's not going to fit there, so we are going to just reduce the size a little bit. Just reduce the size a little bit. Great. And then let's drag this in there a little bit. Awesome. And then by an 8, it's going to be 8. That will also mean that we'll have to put n over here. Great. And that is it. Let's close this one. Let's see how it looks like. Looks great. It looks great. It's not bad. All right, so we are done with those two. Let's add some few elements to it again. Let's bring this arrow, and then let's see what should we do with you. What should we do with you? What should we do with you? Rotate it clockwise, and then push it here. Let's zoom. Duplicate it. Duplicate it. Duplicate it. Alright. Duplicate it again. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put it in. Then let's select it. Let's change the color overlay. Let's color white. That's the folder. And then let's drag it underneath the champagne. Awesome. Let's drag it like that. Great. Let's zoom out. Let's bring it down a little bit. Duplicate it again and move it this way. Control T, but this time I want you to flip it horizontal. Great. Awesome. Let's try something new. Let's see. Let's bring it up. And then Control T, and then let's flip it horizontal again. And then let's click over here. Go to color overlay. Click on the color. Come and pick the red. Let's see. Come and pick the black. Let's see. Let's see whether it's going to work. If it works, we're going to just maintain it that way, you know. Well, we can leave it like this as well. I mean, we are just experimenting and doing things. So, I'll leave it like this as well. I mean, there's more element in the background and it looks quite good. Makes it cool. I think this makes it cool. Okay, so we are done with the arrows, and so let's start with our direction. Let's click somewhere here, and then let's pick give us a call. I want you to give me a call, you know, and paste it there. But I want you to drag this information up. Where is it? It didn't come. Control C, Control V. Alright, so click on the character. Now with this particular one, we are going to use Montserrat. Alright, and we're going to set it to extra bold because we want it to stand out. And then we're going to set the font size to 44. Okay, and then the track, let's set it to 100 because we want it to spread out. And then let's make it italics. Click over here. Let's come and select this red color. I'm using the red color because we're going to put it over here on the white, you know. Duplicate it and then drag it here, and then let's pick this one and then paste it there. Duplicate it and then drag it here, and then pick this one and then paste it there like that. Okay, so with this one as well, we are going to use this too. We're going to use a different color. Let's use color black for it, or almost black for it. And then let's see, select all and then Control T, bring your rulers, and then see it's centered. This is how you want it to be. It looks centered already, and that's great. Let's put it in a folder or a group, and then let's call it directions. And then we are left with one more thing. I want to put the logo of the person I did it for, eVoice. She's so good. She's so good. This is her number actually. If you know somebody who is interested in having a cake or something like that, the word or something, please give her a call. She would handle it for you. She's called eVoice. Alright, so now this is the cake. I don't want to leave her catering logo here like this because the color does not match my colors that I used, you see. So the best thing I could do is double click it and then I'll go to color overlay, and then I'll go and pick the red color here, or maybe even pick this one. I don't know. Oh, let's see this one. This one will not really stand out, so I'll pick this one. All right, and then double click, and then double click, and then I'll try and keep it in the middle. Okay, the alignment is also very important, somewhere here. And so people will know that the cake was designed by eVoice company, guys. And so this is how you design this. If you love this video, please don't forget to hit the bell icon and subscribe to my channel, and also leave a comment down below. I love you all, guys. See you in the next tutorial. Peace.